from Squirrel Brand, and we've got an amazing all brownie assortment from Cheryl's coming up later. But when it comes to the world of true restaurant style food, The Perfect Gourmet has been doing this for many years here on QVC, and Carol Allen, I don't think you're ever done tweaking. I don't think you're ever done like making sure every recipe individually is perfect regardless of what you bring. So I'm so happy that you're here. Nice to see you.
Hello.
So we're on QVC too. So this is kind of funny. I do gourmet holiday programming all the time on the main channel.
Right.
So here I am, I'm a little lonesome for these 2 hours of eating with you.
But the foodies
on
are with you.
QVC too. I know the foodies are with me, and I want to thank you for leaving those comments on my Facebook page. One of my favorite brands of all time is this brand because Carol does such a variety of different things in the gourmet world that are all designed to be sent to you frozen and cooked from frozen without any thawing or any steps in between to mess it up, and
Yes.
it always comes out perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shall I do the dump?
Let's
And then
do
we'll talk about how much you're getting.
No, yeah,
So,
because this
okay.
is, look at how much that is.
So I wanted to just show you all, if we go down here, cooks
Oh
from
my
frozen. So let's say you're having like a big group over. It's like Sunday, and you say, you know what, I want to have a big pasta dinner. Then I want to have it with shrimp scampi. You're going to go ahead and you're going to go ahead and just decide how many you're going to cook. You're going to pick your favorite pasta that you like to go ahead and do.
Right.
And then you just go ahead and you're ready to go.
So you say decide how much you
Yes.
want to make.
Yes.
This doesn't come in a solid block.
No, the way that this is going to work, and I thought, you know, you all would like to see this because it's sort of magical.
Yeah.
Even my own mom wouldn't listen to me when I was telling her how to do it. So you're going to just take your skillet and you're going to go on medium. And from frozen, you're going to decide like how many shrimp that you want. So
And
if it's like,
look at this. You
Yeah.
can pick them out individually, but they look really large. They look a
Yeah.
little bit larger than usual. Why is that?
but that's because all the magic is on here. So what we did was, it's called enrobing, it's technical, but basically all you're doing is you're deciding there are 10 servings in the box,
Right.
and you're gonna take out how many servings that you want to enjoy. So if it's just a household of 1 or 2 like me,
Right.
you're gonna just go ahead and put those out. And
So
then
look, the sauce
see
is
how the sauce
so
is
the
already
sauce
starting.
is enrobed on the outside of the shrimp, and
Right.
as you cook it, that becomes the perfect amount of sauce for every piece of shrimp that you put
and
in
guess
there.
what's in that sauce?
What?
How about some butter? How about some wine? How about some really nutty garlic?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. A
And you know
little
what
bit of
else?
Seasoning.
To your point, we are getting 10 full servings. It's about
Yes.
6 to 7 shrimp a serving. You are getting 2 3/4 pounds. So if this is your 10 servings on top of your pasta, on top of your rice pilaf, if you don't want to do carbs, you can just do a nice salad on the side.
Yes.
10 servings means that this is $5.67 a serving, and you've got 3 easy payments going away at the end of the day. Your shipping is free. There is no auto delivery to lock into, so if you want to get another order, how long will this stay good in your freezer
It's going to
for?
last for up to a year. But the whole thing is for me, like just to your point about.
Is this
and
for me,
oh,
by the
yeah,
way?
that's for you.
Okay.
I put it there.
Thanks.
So the whole idea is we all like shrimp scampi, something that you get in a restaurant, and it's really tasty, and it's garlic, and it's butter. And if you're doing like less carbs, you could go ahead and you could skip the pasta. You could do some, use your KitchenAid, do the spiralized noodles and put that on
Yes,
top
I
of
love
there.
that idea.
Right? Because you still are going to need some bread for the sauce because the sauce
Well,
is so delicious.
That was going to be my next thing,
Okay.
which is if there's any of the sauce left over, do not throw it away. Don't
No.
rinse it down the drain. If you have to pour it into a cup, pour
Okay.
it into a cup and stick it in the fridge and then reheat it and then just dunk some bread in there. And it is going to be absolutely delicious. Like take it to work the next day with a little piece of crusty bread.
And here's the whole thing is, you know, as we're cooking this, we'll just talk about different things, but you can look at some of the suggestions, like some of the stylized plates. I love the idea of taking a big thing of French bread, cutting it open, dice up some, just go ahead, dice up some tomato, a little bit of onion, fix your scampi, and make your own version of a bruschetta and just pour it all the way over top.
Sounds amazing.
And yeah, and then just slice it. Easy,
So-
quick, delicious.
This is what I want you to see. After we take a look at that beautiful plate that we see right there, and this would share the plate beautifully with other things we have coming up
Yes.
in the show. We have something called the prime rib of pork that's happening from the Rastelli family that will be here later. But look at what Carol is doing. Where did all that sauce come from?
Right.
It was enrobed on the outside of every individual shrimp, like a one solid piece. So if you just want to cook up 3, it will cook up the exact amount of sauce you need. You want to cook up the
Correct.
whole thing, it will be the exact amount of
So-
sauce that you need.
So if you're going to do like a surf and turf, so you could go ahead and you could take like one of the roast deli meats and you could say, you know what, I feel like steak tonight. You could take 3 of these shrimp, and I love garlic with steak. So you just go ahead and cook and use the skillet to the size you're making. So if you're making a whole bunch of them, you want to have more, surface, if you will. But I think we basically have probably been about 4 minutes in, and we're just about ready.
You're almost done.
To go ahead and plate this up. Yep. It's
So
just there.
here's the deal. We have fewer than 400 of these already remaining, which I think is very important because this is the type of dish that costs a lot of money for just a couple of shrimp when you go into a restaurant. You're providing the carb of your choice, whether it's the bread,
Yep.
whether it's the pasta, the rice, or you can do no carbs at all. It's completely up to you, but please do save the sauce and put it on other things.
So
Even vegetables. Like I would put the
Right.
sauce on just some vegetables that were on the side, or like you said, the spiralized, could be zucchini noodles or something else that you find at the store.
just since you and I have been chatting, that's
Dinner's
dinner
done.
for one. So you go ahead and you make your salad and you say, okay. And the way that they're going to come, magic of TV, I'll have you hold this so I
Okay.
can open. So I'll make counter space. They're coming in 2 bags. So you're just going to grab out what you want. You're
Yeah,
like,
one piece at a time.
Maybe it's just you, like me. Or maybe it's you and somebody else. Or maybe it's a couple more people. You throw in what you want, just like that. Don't add anything to that skillet. Don't
Right.
be tempted to add any butter. Don't add
Because
any
the butter
oil.
is in there. Yes,
Yeah.
don't add any. Let this do the magic for
Yep.
you, because that's something else about the recipe that always impresses me. I don't care what it is that you
Sit
bring. Everything that you bring, it could be the pot stickers, it could be this, it could be the roulade around Thanksgiving time
the
that we see
turkey,
that
yeah.
stuff, the turkey. It's just delicious. Whatever Carol brings, the flavors are always balanced. If you have ever said to yourself, and this is something that I want to bring up specifically, if you've ever said, oh, I'm not so sure about shrimp scampi, it's really strong when I go to a restaurant. There are times where I go to a restaurant and I swear they just dumped a bunch
It's
of
raw
raw
garlic.
garlic in there.
Ugh.
That is not what this is.
No.
This is that sweet, buttery, nutty flavor that the garlic provides because it's already been cooked and roasted before we're talking about putting it in here. Plus, the spices, sometimes scampi can be overly salted. Here, the shrimp sing, the shrimp are the star,
Yep.
and everything else just sort of elevates the shrimp to its
So-
place instead
so-
of trying to hide that
Exactly.
ingredient.
So garlic to me should be nutty. So when you add some butter, you add Parmesan cheese, you add some white wine, you add that garlic, you add a little spices, and then you put it on shrimp. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's just tasty. It's
Not-
one of the top sellers of shrimp in the country. is
Totally.
Scampi.
And by the way, we only have fewer than 300 remaining.
Wow.
Our limited quantity
They're gonna
sign
enjoy.
just popped up, and we have got 3 easy payments that are going away at the end of the day. So you saw, as a matter of fact, I want to show this again.
Yeah, so it's
You saw the size of this box. So if you're saying to yourself, I don't have a lot of room in my freezer, this is not very big for you to put in your freezer because the bulk of really what goes on your plate is, like, seriously.
Do you have a
what?
junk drawer? You
Yeah.
take the label off, okay?
Just cut off the
They're
label.
in bags.
Right.
Put the 2 bags in your freezer.
Wherever they nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just throw the label in the junk pan. But the biggest thing is it's from frozen. It's nothing to the skillet. How many shrimp you like to enjoy.
Right.
And you're
it's
ready to
round
roll.
about 10 servings. It's about
It
6
is
to
10.
7 shrimp a serving.
Yes.
So, which is a lot. When you go to a restaurant, sometimes you get 4.
Right.
That's all you get.
And-
so here, once again, it's 2 3/4 pounds worth, where all the work has been done for you. There's no tails on these shrimp. Everything has been cleaned properly. Everything has been deveined. The garlic is taken care of. The butter is taken care of. The spices, you don't add anything into that pan except the individual shrimp, and the sauce just blossoms in the pan on its own.
Exactly.
So on Facebook, we've got Kathy who's watching, and she says, yum, yum. Sharon, I love watching you. Well, thanks for watching, Kathy. I appreciate you being here. Steven says, I give these a thumbs up.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. The whole thing is, if you like the idea of having friends over, or you like the idea of everybody put those phones down, please,
Yes.
and you want to just bring people around the table, but sometimes like doing all the work is tough. We've done the work for you.
Right.
Your favorite pasta, I love angel hair,
Yeah.
crusty bread, a salad, and dinner is served.
And you know
Simple.
what? Now we have fewer than 200 of these remaining. And one last thing I want to mention, this is not just about the flavor. This is about the texture of the shrimp. The texture is firm, it's plump, it's not mushy. Even though you are doing this from frozen in the pan, it comes out to perfection. So if you've got picky eaters in the family, they're gonna love this. And 60238, Carol, thank you so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
We're going to look forward to seeing you, I think, tomorrow. That's right. We look forward to that. All right. So, oh.